It's Week 16 of the National Football League, and we'll see this team's veteran linebacker. His is a name you can't forget about on this defense with 66 tackles. Hope y'all ready for this one on EA
It is time for football as we welcome you to another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Two teams in this one going in the right direction. Thanks for having us in. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson. Greg, both these squads come in off winning streaks. Something's going to have to give, but you love having that momentum coming into a game like this.
And absolutely right, Mike. And on top of it, if you're the home team today playing in front of your home crowd, not only are you coming off this win streak and bringing this momentum into another home game, but you get the energy, you get the excitement of your crowd who's also riding this wave of winning football. But
all right, just about set for football. The crowd is definitely ready. So are we. Off we go on EA Sports. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. This crowd ready in anticipation. Their offense taking the field for the first time. They'll be led out by the quarterback now in his 4th NFL campaign.
you know, some weeks, Mike, it just seems like you just can't do anything wrong. Every play, every throw, it just seems like everything goes your way. And that was certainly the case last week, throwing for over 300 yards, 3 touchdowns. Tell you what, his receivers, they're coming into every game saying, we're going to get a lot of opportunities, and their quarterback can continue to play at that high of a level. There's a lot of production to go around.
Line of scrimmage is the 37-yard line for 1st and 10. And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up 2nd down. There you get a look at his numbers on the ground a week ago as a part of their victory. 2nd and a yard. He'll look to throw. A quick throw, that's complete on the slant. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Now a give up the middle. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
The goal of every offense, Mike, is to find a way to establish a balance between the run and the pass. With some success here early on the ground, will open up things as the game unfolds for the quarterback in this passing game.
This one complete right side. And he will get into the end zone. And that is the way to start a game. Not just score, but, Greg, score quickly. A nice opening drive for the first 6 points.
Well, it seems like the hour spent on that opening game script was time well spent. I mean, to take the ball right down the field that quickly right out of the gates, that's a pretty good opening drive and an early 6 points.
Now for the point after. He knocks it through, and his guys will take a 7-0 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This will be returned from the 6. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. So the visitors ready to go on offense here for the first time. They'll be led out by the young man in his 2nd season in the NFL.
You think back to last week and what was really a pretty bland game. He didn't do a ton that was overly exciting, but his team was still able to come out with a win. I think that's really a testament to this roster that they have built. Yes, you're going to need your quarterback to play good ball as the season progresses, but in the meantime, they are good enough around him that as he continues to find his way, this is still a tough team to match up with.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. They'll try to get the running game going. His first carry. He'll manage only about 3, so it will bring up 3rd down. Slot man in motion left. On third down, they'll set up to throw. Downfield, got a man, and he's got it. They get the conversion in a big way. That's good for 29 yards.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. They'll look to throw. He'll get this out to his running back. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's a 2nd and 6. Now they'll set up to throw. Quick throw, taken in. And it'll be taken down at the 25-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in.
Oh, he doesn't put it away, and the ball's out. It's picked up by one of his teammates.
I feel like we see this so often, Mike, especially with how good these receivers are after the catch. They're so eager to pick up that extra yardage. Sometimes they don't completely put the ball away, and with how good these defenders are at knocking it loose, pretty fortunate on that one. His teammate was there to prevent that from being a turnover. The initial reaction is, how does this quarterback not throw the ball past the 1st down line to gain to try to extend this drive? And the reality is, because they've already decided they're going to go for it on 4th down.
That one is good. And the visitors are on the board. It's 7-3.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
Oh, he's got room past the 30. And they will finally get him down, but he gets all the way close to the 40-yard line. The home team's offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he's used his legs to great effect this year, both when the pocket breaks down and by design, as you check out the league leaders in quarterback rushing yards. That's out to the flat, and it's complete.
All right, so there's really 3 areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel at. Number 1, the traditional handoffs. Number 2, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection, and maybe
nowhere to go. He is taken down.
When you can bring cornerbacks on pressure, man, that changes everything for the defensive play caller. Offenses spend all week worrying about linebackers, defensive linemen. How are they going to protect the quarterback? But when you can time up a secondary pressure like this, man, oftentimes there's no answer for it.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. He'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
And not much doing there. They made sure he would not get free. The visitors' offense ready to see what they can do on their 2nd possession. They trail by 4. Touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. They'll send a tight end in motion. Well, he just does beat the play clock as he'll set up to throw. And they'll pick up the first down, a gain of about 4. A tight end in motion now. Back to throw. Short pass taken in by the tight end.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is. There's this misconception out there, Mike, that in the NFL, you have to run the same amount of run plays as you do pass plays. And as you're seeing in this drive, you can fall on one side of that coin a little bit more as long as you're able to remain effective and efficient. So far, their passing game has dominated here early, and that last pickup leads to a first down.
A pickup of 15 in the air, and that will be a first down.
Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself on your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. They'll come up now for second down and 4. Putting the tight end in motion. Back to the air one more time. Quick throw here is complete. And a good job rallying to the football, holding just a gain of a yard and sets up third down. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. Give him 14 on that one. That's enough for a first down. So a big third down hookup takes us to the break. 7-3 is our score. And EA Sports NFL Sunday returns after this. So they move inside the 20, 1st and 10 at the 18. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. That's to the end zone, but they can't connect. It's incomplete.
You can just see the reaction on the sideline. This defense thought they had themselves a critical stop. The mantra down here for all defensive coordinators, Mike, is takeaways, field goals. That's what you're trying to do. And, man, they were this close to coming away with a huge takeaway.
Trying to keep a drive alive, going to have to convert on 3rd and 9. Slot man in motion right. And some problems communicating on 3rd down, and that's going to be a delay. So after the 5 yards are walked off, they face 3rd and long. From out of the gun, he'll throw. To the right side here, pass is caught.
It's pretty evident, Mike, when a quarterback and his wide receiver are operating on the exact same page. The anticipation, the timing, the accuracy of both the route and the ball. And when they're working together like this, that's the definition of teach tape. It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. And they'll get this up past the 20, and that's where they'll set up shop. The home team's offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. Their lead is just a point as they begin it on this drive with 1st and 10. Now, faking the give. His throw left side is complete. He's close to a first down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down. A good spot here. 2nd and a yard. On play action, he'll set up to throw. Throwing right. It's taken in. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9. He'll turn and hand this one off. Nice job finding the seam. Gain of about 9. Just a yard short of that first down. From the 50, he'll set up to throw. Throwing downfield, right side, and it's caught. And he will go all the way.
This is a great example here, Mike, of an offense and a quarterback that is just in complete control and rhythm. Not only is he able to deliver this ball on target downfield, but the accuracy is what allows his receiver to stay on his feet, pick up the remaining yards after the catch, and walks it in for a touchdown.
Extra point attempt to come here. The kick is good. And his guys will take a 14-6 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This taken at the 5. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The visitors' offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And we show you the NFL leaders in rushing touchdowns. As you can see, he's right up there among the best in the league. Tight end going in motion here. Back to throw here to begin the drop. Looking middle of the field, it's complete. It'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. They face 2nd down and 7. He'll look to throw. He'll go left side here and complete this one.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch. It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
3rd and 5. They send the tight end in motion. On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. This one is taken in downfield. Big completion. It's a big one right there. 32 yards.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
They're going to motion the tight end over here. They'll look to throw yet again. This one complete right side. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9. On 2nd down, they'll run. And he'll have enough to move the chains. He'll take this forward for about 3 yards. Down at the 12. It's 1st and 10. He'll stay on the ground. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
Great job by that linebacker timing his blitz. He didn't give any indication to the offense that he was coming, and he's able to get through that hole and take the ball carrier down for a loss.
They send him right out of the slot. They'll look to throw. Quick throw, taken in. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. Here now, 3rd and 5. Now they'll set up to throw. He's got it at the 3. And they'll stop him just short of the goal line, but they are going to have enough to convert. It's going to be 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And looked like he may have had a lane, but the defense shut it down quickly. He did not get in, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll throw out of the gun. And he will take this one across into the end zone. Initially looking to throw it for the touchdown, couldn't find anything, so Greggy takes care of business himself, using his legs for the touchdown.
Well, it was clear early on, Mike, that this defense was expecting the pass, and after matching all the receivers in the end zone, this quarterback realized quickly it was his legs that he was going to need to rely on to get the ball across the goal line.
Now the try for an extra point. It's up and through. And the visitors move back to within 1. The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. A safe kick taken at the 5. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line. The home team's offense and their wide receiver getting ready to get back to work. They'll begin with 1st and 10. Drive will start on the ground. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. Here's the punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And some nifty running on the return. Picked up some good yardage before he was taken down. The visitors' offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And he has done everything you could ask of him coming into this one. Spread it around, hasn't taken many chances, and potentially on his way to a big game throwing the football.
Even though it doesn't result in a sack, when you dial up the right pressure at the right time, Mike, sometimes that's all it takes to lead to that incompletion. The timing is just a little off between the quarterback and his intended target, and the ball falls incomplete.
Nowhere to go. He's going to be taken down.
So after picking up some positive yardage on 1st down, they end up going backwards on 2nd. That sack now brings up 3rd and long, and what most of the time is a very pass-happy situation makes them very one-dimensional.
Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Slot receiver headed right. Throwing now on 3rd and long. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. Special teams on the field ready for this punt. As this drive went backwards, he's on to kick it away. And that is good coverage by the punt team as they meet him and bring him down. The home team's offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. Quickly to the outside and complete.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
This one's going to be taken in over the middle. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10. Rush comes. They're setting up the screen. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller, him and the quarterback, seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. Back to the air one more time. They'll look to set up the screen here. And he'll be very close to a 1st down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot. Now this offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops with 46 seconds remaining in the 1st half. Here's 3rd down and a few inches. Back to throw. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. Now another timeout called by this offense. They have 1 remaining as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the 1st half. They'll look to throw again. That's over the middle, but it's incomplete.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
They'll get about 6 before he's taken down. Here's a 3rd down and 4. He's got his man right side. It's complete. And with just 4 seconds left in the 1st half, a timeout is called.
Now they're entering the area of the field, especially with the amount of yards they've gained on this possession, Mike, where it feels like a touchdown is critical. For the defense, settling for a field goal here, especially with the ball where it is, feels like a win. And that's a really nice boost here before the break. I mean, you work the clock well, you're able to steal some points. The biggest thing is you're able to build a little momentum now going into the locker room at halftime.
This one will be taken in the end zone. No run back forthcoming. And the ball coming out to the 30-yard line. He's going to take a shot down the field. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered. And that is how this 1st half will come to an end.
All right, Michael, we'll get back to you and Greg in just a little bit.
And both teams ready to play on, so we'll do the same as we get set for quarter number 3. From the 6, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The visitors' offense looking to get back to work as we begin this 3rd quarter. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, and a short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. That's a pass he'll say he should have had. Instead, he does not, and it brings up 2nd down. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. The middle and take it in. He's got it. 6 catches for him in the ball game now, and this one's good for a 1st down.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
And he'll work forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. They'll send a tight end in motion. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. He's got it. That's a first down up across midfield and down to the 47-yard line. They'll stick with him again. And a strong first down run, a pickup of 9, setting up second and short. Now this time they'll look to throw. And he's not going to be able to get away. Good defense on the perimeter. It'll be a loss of yardage.
Man, what a big-time play here by the corner. It feels like he knew that play was coming before the ball was even snapped. You can see he sticks his foot in the ground and bursts. He ends that play before it even has a chance to get started.
They'll throw here on 3rd and short yardage. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end.
When you're willing to throw the ball short of the sticks on 3rd down, you know what that tells me, Mike? The decision to go for it on 4th down has already been made. If you're able to pick it up with yards after the catch, great. But if not, it's a 4th and short, and you give yourself a realistic shot of converting on this 4th down.
So that one's going to land out of bounds, and the official's going to mark it right at the 20-yard line. The offense headed back out, captained, of course, by their quarterback. And we run you through the highlights here. It has been a very big performance from the quarterback position, instrumental in leading and executing, and now trying to finish strong and take his team to the finish line. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. Putting the tight end in motion. Back to throw here to begin the drive. Short pass taken in by the tight end.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable 2nd down.
Nice gain here. He's going to be marked down at the 35-yard line. Now, following the run, one of the offensive linemen leading the way is a bit shaken up. Athletic training staff's going to take a look, but this is a problem late in the season. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
So as we take a look at the box score, Mike, you realize here they got the lead. We're in the 2nd half, but they don't have a lot of rush yards. It's because they use the passing game to score points and establish the lead. Now, how we judge their run game is from here to the end of the game. Can they pile up yards now in the 2nd half and close this game out?
Here's 2nd and 3 to go. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he will keep the drive moving. Gets the first down. Nice gain of 5. On play action, he'll set up to throw.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on 1st down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the first down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up a key 3rd down?
A gain of 11 on that one. And that will be a first down. They'll try the right side this time. Well, they weren't going to get him the 2nd time with the same back. Defense all over that one. They stop him for no gain. Out of the gun, here's a run up the gut. Oh, yeah. Trying to keep this drive moving, but it's 3rd and 8. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. And a good job here defensively. They did not let him get away. He's well short of the first down marker.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
3 for 3 in the game, as this one is also good. And his guys will extend their lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. So now, out comes the offense, led by their quarterback as they take over once again. And he's had it going in the first half. Really had his way with the secondary. They have been powerless to stop him. Now, they're trying to keep it going. To the air now on 1st and 10. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. They'll come to the line now on 2nd and 2. Blown back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And he's going to have the first down, mark him at the 45, and move the chains.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. 2nd and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the first down.
Oh, and a short throw there, but it's going to end up incomplete. That's a pass he'll say he should have had. Instead, he does not, and it brings up 2nd down. Tight end going in motion here. Now, faking the give. Quick throw, taken in. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down. Here's a 3rd down and 4. Sending a receiver right. They'll throw here on 3rd and short. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
That's going to be out of bounds, no return, and the drive's going to start from just inside the 20-yard line. This offense and their running back heading back on the field. And you have to imagine the defense is saying, how do we stop this guy? He has run roughshod through him to this point in the 3rd quarter. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. Now they'll set up to throw. He's going to tuck it and go.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. Little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good gain.
Open man, right side. He's got it. And he'll be brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near midfield.
This is clinic tape for any young wide receiver out there watching this guy run routes. He has the defender thinking everything is a go ball. Attack him vertically, and then when you get to your route depth, you stick that foot in the ground, you break in, balls on time, results in a nice first down pickup.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he's going to be taken down, a sack on what likely will wrap up play in this third quarter. So we are through 3. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Second and 11. Now they'll run. It's a counter. And he'll get this across midfield as he's brought down, following a pickup of 5. Third and 6. They'll look to throw. That one hauled in. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. So they come to the line for first down and 10. They'll throw out of the gun. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. He'll drop to throw. Quick throw here is complete. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down. He'll look to throw. Throwing right, it's taken in. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up fourth down. He's got a man. That's complete. And he will get the first down. They took a chance, but they convert on 4th and 3. A handoff as they try to run it here. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more. We'll try again. It's second and 10. Back to throw. He'll go left side here and complete this one.
I really like the balance that they've showed so far on this drive, Mike. And what that does is it makes the defense have to defend the entire field. The run game and the pass game, everything looks the same. There's no tells.
That is caught back corner of the end zone. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the fourth quarter, get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, and I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the fourth quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
The extra point is good. And his guys will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Now return coming from the 7. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. This team's offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so the time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts with first and 10. It'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. Second and 7. Putting one of their tight ends in motion left. Oh, he just does beat the play clock as he'll set up to throw. A throw on the move is caught. And they bring him down, but not until he gets the 45-yard line.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
And out of the gun, he'll throw. And he's going to run out of time. They get to him and bring him down.
That's a prototypical coverage sack. All 11 guys on the field doing their job. Starts with sound back-end coverage. Nowhere to go quick with the ball. The quarterback has no chance but to extend the play. Look for something late developing downfield. That was all the time this front needed to chase him down and bring him down for a sack.
They bring a tight end in motion left. On third down, they'll set up to throw. That's over the middle and take it in. He's got it.
Critical third down conversion there, Mike. Now brings up a fresh set of downs. You find yourself here trailing in the fourth quarter. They got to go down and score, and they got to score fast.
On 1st and 10, they'll set up to throw. He's going to keep it himself. What a good choice to get out and run. That's a pickup of 18 and a first down.
You know, Mike, I like everything about this play except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage. You've already picked up the first down. Now get down on the ground and protect yourself. There's no reason to take those shots.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. A modest gain. Maybe 2 yards. It's 2nd down. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. Athletic training staff's going to take a look, but this is a problem late in the season. 2nd down and 8. There's that man again. Another catch. Here comes 3rd and 6. They'll send him over to the left. They'll try to set up the screen here. And he's going to have the first down. So they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9.
The most impressive thing about this drive, Mike, has really just been their efficiency. They've just continued to pick up first downs, fresh sets of downs. We just saw there with that 3rd down conversion. Continue to possess the ball. He's up.
And he will score. Game on. Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance. But can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really make this one interesting?
And now they'll go with the more popular of late analytics-driven decision. Down 8, going for 2. And they're going to track him down. He couldn't find a receiver, and down he goes.
So they decide to put the ball in the air, which I don't mind on this 2-point try, but the execution was just a little bit off, and it's not going to work out in their favor this time around.
So, things a little more interesting now. Back to a 1-score game as they kick it away. Now, here comes a return from the 9. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. This offense ready for their next possession, led by their running back. And he has put in a full game's work and then some. Just an incredible performance on the ground to this point in the fourth quarter. Thrown left side, the catch is made.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
Off-balance throw, it's complete. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. Here's 1st and 10. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. He'll get this out to his running back. Second and a yard. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he will work this down inside the 40. That's going to be good enough to move the chains. First down.
Second down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a first down.
He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. Here's 2nd and 6. Now a give on the ground, and he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. They need to get to the 29 here, facing 3rd down. They'll try to get this one on the ground. And it looks like he's going to have that first down. He will, not by a whole lot, but he's got it enough. And they convert on 3rd down. Now a give up the middle. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Here's a run going left. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. On 3rd down, they'll try to get it on the ground.
Typically, I'm the first one to be screaming up here to keep your offense on the field. Be aggressive and go for it. But I think at this stage of the 4th quarter, possessions are at a premium. I think you take this field goal, make it a 2-possession game, and I think now it's really hard for your opponent to have enough time to come back.
And he's not going anywhere. Stuffed behind the line. They have turned it over on downs.
You give your offense a chance to close this game out. If they pick up the first down, this game is over. But now, after the defensive stop, we're starting to see some signs of life on that other sideline.
So now this team's offense ready to take over possession of the football. The deficit is 8 as this drive begins with 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. He'll go right and find his running back. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. Pressure time, no timeouts to stop the clock as they get set here for a big first down. And the rush gets there. Down he goes. Here we go. One final play. Trying to get away, but he will not. They finally run him down. So the fans gonna head home happy. It's a win for the hometown squad. And it is their 3rd consecutive victory. They continue to play great football here in this latest stretch. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say so long, everyone.